Alright, so I went online and I looked up some questions that I could answer for this video. There's not that many. I wanted to kind of start off short. So let's just jump in. I am 5'8" on a good day. So my hair color is actually a really dark brown. It definitely doesn't look like it. It looks more like a dark black color, but in some setting and lighting, I don't know if you can actually tell, it is actually dark brown. I really don't know how to style my hair that much. All I do is maybe this ponytail type thing, like a messy hair bun if I'm feeling up to it, or just have it down. That's usually about all I do with my hair. I really actually have been wanting to get like some of this part shaven off. It seems interesting and like something I'd really like to do, and I don't really like change my hair up all that much, so it'd be kind of great. And the answer to that is no. I've never worn contacts, I've never had to have glasses. And the answer to that is no, as you can tell. I really don't wear a lot of like different things. I also have a very like muted range of color when it comes to different types of colors that I wear. I usually wear like black the majority of the time, but I really only just wear like a t-shirt and jeans. I don't get too, flashy with my style, and if I do, like on a good day, I might have like jeans and like a nice button-up shirt on, just to kind of feel a little bit more dressed up, but I don't really like go too far out of the like jean and shirt spectrum of clothing. And the honest answer to that is I used to. I don't anymore. So, fun or interesting fact. Okay, I completed 8th grade and I actually dropped out in ninth grade. It wasn't even like something that you could actually do legally. You really were supposed to wait until I think like 11th grade. But what had happened was I was just like missing school all the time and never would go. And didn't really have someone like pushing me to go because my mom was just pretty much laid back and like kind of let me do whatever I want, which is not really great, but it happens. So I ended up getting my GED in 2008, which would have actually been the same year that I would have graduated high school if I had actually completed it. But I don't know. I actually had found one of my old report cards from like when I was in elementary. Like, oh my god, it's crazy. And it was like, Christina has potential, but she doesn't apply it. Christina doesn't show up that much, so we really don't know what kind of student she is. And so, kind of looking off of that, I was like, wow, I must have been a horrible, like, student when I was younger. Like, but then I got my GED and I went on to go to college. I went to Austin Community College at first and went there for about like a year or two. So in college, I felt like I was a really good student actually. So I always like did my work, forced myself to like study as much as I could and, made sure I got everything done on time, made sure I turned everything in on time, made sure everything was like accounted for that I did that was, required for the project, assignment, whatever. And I turned everything in pretty much on time. Recent years as a student, because I just actually graduated in December of 2015, I would say I'm a good student. And I would say my favorite subject in like middle school was actually, I would say, theater. I had actually sort of like took one class in middle school that was like a theater class, and as much as I was so like inside this shell that I had sort of created around myself because I was so like insecure and I was so like unhappy, depressed, all those things, dealing with anxiety and not really even knowing that I was dealing with anxiety probably at that very young age. But it was fun because it was one of those classes that I had actually really like was interested in. It made me laugh. It was like kind of like taking a step away from school and just kind of doing fun little games. I would have to say that one of my very favorite TV shows right now currently is Orphan Black. Is Toxic Parents, and I've been recently getting into a lot of like self-help books, a lot of just kind of motivational things that like help you like kind of like do an activity or do something, and it you kind of can create art or you like do something you've never done before. Favorite pastimes would be Tumblr, hanging out with friends, listening to music, finding new and fun things that I like to do. I do have regrets. So, my dream job is actually wanting to be a stage manager for a music festival such as EDC, Something Wicked, um, Nocturnal, Wonderland, any kind of EDM festival that you can think of. And I think the short answer to that is yes, I do want to get married. Right now, in this moment, I feel 100% sure that I really don't want to like actually birth one of my own kids. When I get old enough to like be with someone and we sort of discuss this, like having a family topic and anything like that comes up, I would definitely be open to adoption. But if I do end up wanting to have a kid, which means for me adopting, it would probably be just one. And this is easy because it's just one because I've only lived in the US. That's actually a really interesting question, and I don't think I've ever, well, I guess I have thought about this. So my scariest dream was I'm in this like forest kind of, excuse me, outside area, and I'm walking along and there's this like hole in the ground. So I fall into this like pit of like all these different like rodents, insects, snakes, all these kind of things, and snakes terrified the living crap out of me. And then I always end up waking up from like something like that because it's always like a short like lived dream. So I'm like in there, I fall in there, I see where I am, and I try to escape. Um, I don't really know. I don't really think I have an enemy. I tend to do what you probably shouldn't do, and is stay in the back of the crowd, kind of stay out of like the spotlight. I don't really voice my opinions too much, and currently I do not. And I don't really have anything clever or interesting to say about that, so I'm gonna end this video. Thank you guys. Have a great day.